Okay, good Sunday morning, everybody. The Iceman here on the Iceman V2013 YouTube channel, the Jeffrey Rose YouTube channel. Another cold day here in Connecticut, I'll tell you. It's in the 20s. Uh, we had like 4 inches of snow on Friday. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about Roman Reigns. And, you know, as we all know, when Daniel Bryan was injured and got stripped of the title, we were reading everything about Roman Reigns. They were preparing him to go to the Royal Rumble, come out as the Rumble winner, and face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania and end up defeating Brock Lesnar. Now, the WWE has to realize once Daniel Bryan came back, the fans sort of shifted uh, their momentum from Roman Reigns to Daniel Bryan. And that's the reason why they had Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns work together and also have that match at Fastlane and have Roman Reigns defeat Daniel Bryan to elevate him a little higher with the fans. And it did work. It has worked. Um, I think Roman Reigns gets better uh, reaction at house shows than on live TV. And let's face it, on live TV, the faces, really other than Daniel Bryan, and right now Randy Orton, because we be honest with you, we don't even know if Orton's really a face or a heel, but the faces really don't get that great of a fan reaction. But what I think the WWE needs to do with Roman Reigns is, for one thing, they were so busy working on his mic skills and whatnot. I think they should have come up with some sort of submission move for Roman Reigns. Being the big guy that he is, he really doesn't have a submission move. He has the super punch, he has the spear, the Samoan drop, uh, but really no submission move. And I think that's what they should have focused on, coming up with some really cool submission move from Roman Reigns. And I think also, too, um, when Roman Reigns comes out of the arena, down the steps with the fans, I think he comes down too slowly. I think he needs to come down, a lot quicker, have more momentum. I think he's a little bit too laid back when he's in the ring, when he's on the mic. He needs to be a bit more aggressive. Um, and I think with all this being said, I think maybe this would help Roman Reigns out immensely. Uh, he's a good wrestler. Whether he's ready for a main event at WrestleMania um, remains to be seen. Um, whether he's ready to main event WrestleMania against Brock Lesnar is a totally different story. Now, there's just been so much controversy over this, just for the simple fact that Lesnar, we don't know whether he's going to stick around or he's going to leave, and it's really sort of fudged up the whole Money in the Bank picture with Seth Rollins. Um, so what this does, Rollins needs to cash in the next few opportunities, because if he don't, there won't be any. Um, but I do think that Roman Reigns, like I said, he needs to be a little more edgier in the ring, um, more aggressive, not so laid back like he is now. And like you said, when he comes out, he needs to, like, not run down the stairs, but fast walk down those stairs and show that he's ready, ready to confront who his opponent's going to be in the ring, instead of just walking down slowly, like, having all the confidence in the world. And I think the fans aren't really buying into that at this point. Now, with the match at WrestleMania with Brock Lesnar, nobody really knows what the outcome's going to be. All I do hope is, you know, if Brock Lesnar does retain the WWE World Heavyweight title, I hope they give it a little bit of time here. I hope that Lesnar and Reigns beat the hell out of each other to the point where there's uh, many opportunities for pinfalls, possible submissions, and everybody, pretty much getting out of it and getting the crowd really going into it. And if indeed Brock Lesnar is going to retain, um, I want it to be to the point where he allows Roman Reigns to actually be aggressive enough to where it looks feasible for Roman Reigns to defeat Brock Lesnar. Not that I don't think it isn't, but you want the fans really to get involved. You want the fans to start believing this. And even if Brock Lesnar does defeat him after all of this, I think the fans will respect Roman Reigns a little bit more. And I think this will be a learning curve for Roman Reigns, for him to, take a step back, um, and really reinvent himself. And, because like I said, all this that Roman Reigns is being put into, this whole situation here, is not his doing. It's the WWE's doing. And they didn't expect Daniel Bryan to come back as soon as he did. And then that sort of threw a wrench into everything. And you can't blame Daniel Bryan for that either. Um, the only ones you can blame is the WWE for all of this. So, yeah, I just want to see a halfway decent match, and I want to see a match where Roman Reigns really shows his aggressiveness and shows that, he belongs in the ring with Brock Lesnar. Maybe he doesn't win, but at least he shows that he's there and he was the guy that should have been there to face Brock Lesnar. And I think the fans would appreciate this if the WWE does allow them, a good amount of time. And the other side of the coin is too, when you're Brock Lesnar and you are the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, he needs to go along with this as well. Just for the simple fact, if he does resign and he does retain, he's getting paid big dollars. And I think he needs, you know, like it happened for him back in 2002 when he came into the WWE, he needs, to show some respect for his challenger and, you know, give his challenger the opportunity to look good up against him. Now, what happens after that, I don't know. Um, Only the WWE knows. And who's to say that Brock Lesnar even does retain? Who's to say he even going to resign with the WWE? It's so hard. This is one of those things that we don't really know. Um, but in any event, either way, whether Lesnar loses and Reigns wins, they need to let Roman Reigns show that he is deserving to be there. And this will get a lot of respect for the fans. Um, I think he'd get more heat if he won and put on a good show because of all the fans that, are really behind the beast incarnate Brock Lesnar. But losing and putting on a great show, I think the fans would give him a lot more respect, uh, because he proved to everybody that he did belong there. But again, like I said earlier in this video, the WWE and Roman Reigns need to come up with a submission move, uh, a move to where somebody, he can make people tap out, because those are always the alternatives when the spear don't work or the super punch don't work. Let's face it, the super punch it's a punch, you know, and we see the Big Show with his knockout punch. I mean, we already have a punch like that. And the Samoan drop, honestly, Cena has the attitude adjustment. Um, that's why I'm saying Roman Reigns needs a submission hold to make somebody submit. And maybe the WWE can work on this and not worry so much of his mic skills, because I think the more comfortable that Roman Reigns gets when he's in a big match, the better on the mic he's going to be. So those are my thoughts. Those are my opinions on this Sunday. we're 1 week away for WrestleMania 31. A lot of heat for that WrestleMania coming up, but I'll be there to watch it, and not there, but here to watch it. And I'm really looking forward to it as well. As all the other WrestleManias, not that I say they're all great, but I don't trash them either. It is what it is, and I'm really totally vested in watching this Lesnar Roman Reigns match. Um, a lot of people think it's going to be a short match. It can't be a short match. If you are vested in Roman Reigns, you need him to really show that he was worthy of being there against Brock Lesnar, whether he wins or whether he loses. So let's hope the WWE decides to, actually choreograph a pretty good WWE World Heavyweight Title match. We'll just have to wait and see. Everybody enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your March Madness NCAA men's tournament as well as the women. Unfortunately, number one Villanova got knocked off last night by North Carolina State. North Carolina State. Congratulations. I always liked North Carolina State back in the days when Jimmy Valvano had that miracle when he won the national title up against Houston. So, peace out, everybody. We'll see you next time.